Before we begin our prayer, let us first quiet our hearts and listen deeply to the Word of God, for it is in that sacred silence that His voice becomes most profound. In the Gospel of Mark, chapter 1, verse 35, it is written, "Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went to a solitary place where He prayed." Even Jesus, the Son of God, recognized the necessity of a private, intimate communion with His Father, especially in the early morning, a time of quiet beginnings when all else is still. This is a guiding example for us, showing the importance of setting aside a moment of solitude with God, where the burdens of life can be lifted and the soul nourished in His boundless love. Jesus sought solitude in the wilderness for 40 days, fasting and praying, a profound period of spiritual preparation for His mission. Later, before the agony of His crucifixion, He withdrew into the quiet of the Garden of Gethsemane, preparing His spirit for the trial ahead. Through Jesus' commitment to solitary here, we see a clear lesson on the importance of spending devoted time with God. It is a call to each of us to pause amidst the busyness of life, to retreat, and to draw strength from God, following His example. When you begin each day by setting time aside for God, you open up a profound blessing for the rest of that day. You'll find yourself moving through each moment with a sense of peace, strength, and focus. But if you push prayer aside thinking, "I'll pray later," there's a high chance you may never return to it in the way you intended. As a new day begins, if we fail to dedicate time for prayer, we easily allow life's demands to take over our minds and hearts. The day progresses, and soon you realize you haven't truly taken time to connect with God. The worries and burdens of life can pull us away from focus, and before we know it, our hearts are filled with worldly thoughts instead of His Word. This is when we must be vigilant and cautious, for when we allow the world to dominate our hearts, we may unknowingly let things that do not belong to God overshadow us, diminishing the peace and joy that only He can give. In Colossians 3:1-2, we are reminded, "Set your hearts on things above." This is not merely advice, but a divine call. To live according to God's will, we must place Him at the forefront, starting each day in prayer and reverence. By doing so, our hearts are open to receive the blessings from His kingdom, and in turn, we are equipped to bear good fruit for His work. Every moment of the day becomes filled with His presence, and we begin to realize that even the smallest of our actions can contribute to His grand purpose. Lord, fill my heart with a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that quiets my anxious thoughts when I feel uncertain, a peace that calms my soul when life seems overwhelming. Protect me today from all harm, be it danger, temptation, or even the doubts that sometimes creep into my mind. I place my full trust in You, for I know that only You can safeguard me from all dangers and guide me through every challenge. Father, lead me so that I may not fall into temptation. Help me to keep my heart pure, turning away from those things that pull me away from You, and grant me the strength to reject anything that does not honor You. Lord, I surrender my heart to You today. May You be the ruler of my emotions and my thoughts. I ask that You take control of my mind and heart so that my life may always reflect Your greatness. Grant me, Lord, an unwavering faith that is not swayed by fear or worry, but instead filled with a firm trust in Your presence, Your power, and Your boundless love. May I feel Your nearness in every step I take today, walking in peace, free from anxiety, always remembering that You are with me. I know that nothing can separate me from Your love, and today I dedicate each moment to live in the light of that truth. Lord, teach me to choose Your way in every situation so that each decision I make will bring me closer to You and deepen my relationship with You. I desire to live in Your love, not just in the grand moments, but in every small detail of my daily life. Help me to recognize Your presence, to feel Your peace and guidance wherever I go. May every moment of my day be filled with Your holiness and wisdom, so that I always know where to turn to You in every decision I face. Lord Jesus, I ask for the powerful protection of Your blood to cover me and my family. Surround us with Your love and keep us safe. Just as You surrounded Your people with a pillar of fire in the desert, may Your holy presence guard our home each night. I trust that only Your protection can shield us from all harm, even from those dangers unseen, those threats we cannot foresee. I pray that your divine fire would form a hedge of protection around us, shielding us from all evil, whether seen or unseen. Be with us in our homes, at work, and everywhere we go. Father, I ask for your protection as I go about my day, whether I am working, driving, or anywhere else. I trust in you, in your faithfulness to keep us safe, even in ways that we may not always notice. I do not know what challenges today will bring, but you have gone ahead of me, making a way for me to walk. Therefore, I ask you to grant me the strength to face today with courage. Lead me and help me walk the path that leads to peace. I may not know what difficulties I will encounter, but I know that you are the mighty one, and you will always be an endless source of strength for me in every circumstance. Strengthen my heart, Lord, so that I may always choose the right path, even when it is difficult. I ask for an abundance of your grace and mercy to guide me through each step of life. You are the provider of all needs, and I trust that you will provide for every need I have today. When I face challenges, I know that you will open doors that no one can shut. Father, I ask you to give me the strength to follow your commandments, to choose what is right, even when it is difficult. I pray that you would grant me an abundance of grace and mercy to guide me through each step of life. I trust that you will always be the provider of all my needs, and you will be my source of endless strength in any circumstance. I trust in your faithfulness, knowing that you will always provide for me today. When I face the needs of life, you alone can provide. Be the one to open doors that no one can shut. Be my strong tower where I can run for safety and find peace within. You are the place I can take refuge in times of trouble, the place where I find perfect protection in your holy presence. Fill my heart and mind with your peace, Lord, a peace that can dispel every worry and remove every fear. Father, I believe with all my heart that you are working all things together for my good, even when I cannot see it. Sometimes I do not understand why things happen the way they do, but I trust completely in your perfect plan, knowing that you are always working for my benefit, even when it is not immediately visible. You are always working, even when we cannot see or understand. Silence every voice of doubt within me, every lie from the enemy that seeks to confuse and worry me. I know that you are a God of love and that you have good plans for me. I choose to trust you even when I cannot see the work you are doing. I trust in your wisdom, and I choose to place my faith in you. Lord, protect me from selfish thoughts and careless words that do not bring you glory. Keep me from acting in ways that dishonor you, and help me to keep my mind focused on what is true and right. Lord, in a world full of distractions and adversity, help me to remain steadfast in you. I ask you to keep me from being influenced by the negative voices of others or by circumstances that may cause me to become discouraged. I rejoice in the gift of this new day, and I thank you for giving me another opportunity to love you and serve you. Lord, protect me from selfish thoughts and careless words that do not bring you glory. Help me to avoid actions that dishonor your name and keep me focused on what is right and true. In a world full of temptations and distractions, I ask you to help me maintain steadfastness in my mind and heart so that I may always live in a way worthy of your calling. Help me remain strong in the face of trials and challenges, and do not allow me to be misled by negative voices or my own weaknesses. I offer you my joy and gratitude for the gift of this new day, for the opportunity to live in your presence. I rejoice in embracing each moment of today, trusting that you will guide me through every challenge and help me remain steady on your path. No matter how difficult life may become, I know you are by my side, and your boundless love will never leave me. I surrender all that I have to you and ask that you use me as your instrument to bring glory to your name on this earth. May you light my path and guide me in the light of truth and righteousness. I desire to walk in your love, not only in the moments of ease, but also through the trials and hardships. Help me to recognize your presence in every moment, so that I may live according to your will and reflect your greatness in all that I do. I know that each decision I make can bring me closer to you, and I ask you to help me keep my heart pure, so that I may live a life that is pleasing to you, Father. Grant me wisdom to recognize temptations and avoid them. Help me to maintain a pure heart and a clear mind, untainted by the distractions of the world. I want to live according to your ways, choosing what honors you and benefits those around me. Grant me the courage to stand firm in times of trial, and help me to always keep my faith in you, even when I am faced with great difficulties. I thank you for your protection, for your presence that always surrounds me and my family. Continue to lead us on your path, helping us to become people worthy of your love and grace. I pray that you continue to keep my family in peace and protect us from any harm and challenges that we cannot foresee. Father, I trust in your faithfulness and boundless love, knowing that you will always be my sole source of protection. Lord, help me to remain faithful to the path you have set before me. I know that although life may be filled with challenges, you will always be my source of encouragement and unshakable strength. Teach me how to face difficulties with patience and unwavering faith, and help me to recognize that each trial is an opportunity to grow in faith and reverence for you. I know that all roads lead to you, and every step I take has purpose in your grand plan. I ask you, Lord, to grant me a peaceful heart so that I may face life's challenges without becoming disturbed. When I encounter adversity, help me to always remember that you are the steadfast one who will never forsake me. Grant me the wisdom to recognize that each difficulty is a precious lesson, helping me to grow and understand more deeply your mercy and strength. I will not allow worries to dominate my mind, but instead I choose to live in the peace that only you can provide. Father, I believe that everything I go through in this life has a purpose in your perfect plan. Help me to hold fast to my faith when faced with difficult trials, and grant me the strength to overcome them with patience and love. I trust that through each hardship, you are refining me to become more complete in faith and service. I do not know what today will bring, but I know that you have gone before me and will guide me through every situation. I know that you are the only protector I can rely on at all times. Lord, continue to keep me and my family in the embrace of your love. Make our home a place of peace, where your presence always dwells and provides protection. I know that even though challenges lie ahead, with your presence, I will never have to face them alone. Continue to be my source of strength and help me maintain my faith in every circumstance.